Hey friends, it's Amy, owner and curator of YOSOLoved, here with your first April Unlive sale. This is a drop sale with an offer up style. I'm going to share with you 15 items, actually 14 items in a mystery box for this first sale of April. The special thing about this sale is that just over half of these items are the items that you watched me and mom fix just a couple weekends ago. The other half of the items on this table were also repaired by me or painted or upcycled in some kind of way. They just weren't shared on that video. But everything on this table is a YOSOLoved rescued item. That's what we're selling tonight. And the cool thing about this is, first, everything is gonna start at $1. Second, 25% of the overall sales from tonight's video are gonna go to my favorite charity. It is a local charity here in Akron called One of a Kind Pets. This is an organization that saves cats and dogs from being euthanized in Summit County. And it's an organization that is very dear to my heart because my three-legged cat Leaner was rescued by them. And she has a whole story. I won't get into it, but they are a very worthwhile organization. So that's what we're doing tonight. Very exciting. The other thing is I will be having another sale next week, and these items will be held until then. So if you want to shop both sales, you can do that and you will save on shipping because I'll combine shipping. Now don't forget, I ship from Ohio. I use the cheapest pirate ship level, and I add $2 for the package, box, and materials because they're expensive. So with that, let's get into it. Let's check out these items. Item number one is this gorgeous glass wall bud vase. So this is the little hanger up here. I think I'd use this hole here. And then it's in this gorgeous blue glass. And look at the bottom. The bottom is like a fused glass with like darker and lighter. There's actually some kind of rusty swirls in here. You see that? So pretty. This glass right here is a Pyrex beaker. You can actually see the information on it in behind. The thing that I fixed was I found it in two parts. This bottom was not attached, and it took some finesse because if you know anything about stained glass, it just doesn't butt up to it. It actually kind of holds it. So I was able to repair this right here, and it's nice and sturdy and will be good to mail. If you're interested in this first piece, you'll find it down below. We'll call it the Blue Glass Bud Vase Wall Pocket, and I'll start this at $1. And don't forget, 25% going to the cats and dogs. Item number two is something else that I had to glue. This was a mess when I found it. It was all taped up, and it looks like maybe it used to have a backing on here. So I've gotten rid of a lot of that and cleaned it up, but the mirror itself was not attached. So we got that nice and glued in there, and I'm putting fingerprints all over it. Sorry. But it's this nice wall mirror. It is signed. It's signed right up here. And it's got this gorgeous floral detail up here. And a nice little leather loop so that you can hang it. Oh, hello. I have a couple pieces like this that are pottery with the mirror, and I love them. If you love this one, you will find it down below. Item number two, let's call it the pottery wall mirror. And you guessed it, we're starting it at $1. Item number three is one of the pieces that Mom and I fixed in the video. If you missed that video, by the way, I'll go ahead and put it right up here and down in the information box below. That way you can go back and see your item before it was fixed. But this beautiful lady is a head vase, and she was missing part of her eyelashes on this eye, and also her little leaf that was on this side of the flower got hacked off. So I was able to make her some new eyelashes, and I was able to kind of gloss over this area so that you cannot tell that it had a broken leaf there. So it's no longer symmetrical up there, but I think it looks really beautiful. I don't think if you were displaying it, anybody would even know that she had any issues whatsoever. She's gorgeous. Now she has the remnants of a Thames sticker on her bottom. She's an older lady. If you love her, you'll find her down below. She is item number 3. Let's call her the Green Lady Head Vase. And we're starting her for $1. Item number 4 is this big fella. He had a number of scuffs and issues. Oh, and his ears. His ears were completely scuffed up here. But with some black kind of pointillism effect here, we were able to get him looking nice and sassy again. He has green eyes. They are glass. And he is made by James Haddon. He's signed right here. James Haddon made a lot of these cats, and the bigger ones like him go for a little bit more. If you had a little tiger cat that looked like this anytime in your life, you might need this guy. He would be great even sitting down by the fireplace, or yeah, you would look cute on a mantle too. If you love him, he's item number 4, the James Haddon cat. You'll find him down below. Make us an offer. Item number 5 was Mom's favorite project that we did in that video. Now this is a YOSOLoved original music box. The thing that was wrong with it was the flower here was busted off. So the ceramic was broken, and we were able to use a leaf here, a little plastastic leaf, to cover it up. And then we use these blue flowers to make it have a different look. I think the blue works so great with the color of the puppies and the color of this faux wood here, which is ceramic. Now, I'm going to include this little ladybug because I think it's adorable. I'll glue it on only if you want me to. Otherwise, I'll leave it separate because it is a little bit big for the scene here, but I think it just adds an element of cuteness. Here's the information on the bottom. It has the original, YOSOLoved original tag on it, and the puppy is on a little wire here, underneath here, that pushes him back and forth. So cute. I'm not going to wind it up to go faster because we'll have to listen to it through the rest of the video. And I have another music box to show you too. But that is it. This green here is original to the music box. The flowers and the other leaves here are layered on for our little artistic look. I love this piece. I know Mom loves this piece. I hope somebody else will too. This is item number 5. We will call this the YOSOLoved Original Puppies Music Box. Find it down below. Item number 6 I found probably a year or so ago. It is this beautiful detailed tortoise. Now, when I first found this, somebody reached out to me probably underneath the video and asked about it, and I did not collaborate with you, and I'm sorry. So I hope you're watching, and I hope you get a chance to have him. He is a heavy carved resin. I don't know if this is a signature or what this little C is or V is, but he's definitely hand painted and he is so detailed. The issue that he had was his little beak. Is that what these are called? His little beak was broken. So I went in with some paint and I was able to repair it so that you really couldn't tell that it was broken. And then he had some other chips and issues around him that I also touched up. Now he looks perfect. He's so realistic looking. If you love him, you will find him down below as item number 6. Let's call him the Terrific Tortoise. Starts at $1. Item number 7. I can't believe I'm letting go. His face is so good. He's the most joyful little puppers. He is made in occupied Japan. The mark here is very light, but it is there. And he is a ceramic. He's a very nice weight ceramic. He does have a hole in his back, so I'm not sure what he was used for. Could be toothpicks, could be matchsticks. I don't think he was a planter, but who knows? There was so many things that came out of that time that were ashtrays, so my guess is maybe matchsticks. but you can use him for whatever you want. You could put a little air plant coming out of him if you'd like. Gosh, look at his mouth and his tongue. So good. So the repair on him is this back foot. The cool thing about him is that he is the ceramic here, his color white was what was used. He was just glazed. So the same white shows through on the brake here, which you can barely tell now that I gave him some new little black toenails. You really can't even tell. Gosh, you're so cute. If you love him, you'll find him down below. He is item number 7. Let's call him Happy Dog. Make me an offer. Item number 8 is not quite finished. This is something that I painted by hand. I found this beautiful little blue wall pocket. It's definitely an older one, maybe 20s or 30s. It is in a gorgeous cobalt blue color. This one my mom might want. But I gave it some interest because there were some issues. One of the issues was a scratch that went right down the center of the front of this. And I thought when I looked at it, you know, a little stem needs to go over that. So that's where I started with the flower. And I just picked a design flower that is Art Deco and looks like it would go on this piece. So the thing that needs to be finished is I need to apply an overcoating. This is just like a cold paint acrylic. And when I put on maybe a gloss Mod Podge or something, it'll lock it in more and it'll look bright and glossy like this. That'll be done before you get it. This is the design. That is not going to change. I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. You will find it down below as item number 8. Let's call it the Art Deco Floral Wall Pocket. $1 start. Item number 9 is this beautiful set of parakeets. The only repair, if you saw it in the original repair video, was a tiny little bit of black on one of these. I think it was this wing right here. So a tiny little touch up of black back there where there was a chip. That was it. Everything else about it was perfect. I picked it up in a state and I just thought that they were so beautifully painted. They are a Napco piece. They do have the original sticker on here. And then somebody maybe recorded when they got this. Oh, I think it says birthday. Birthday, 1956. That was a pretty good birthday present, I must say. Everything else about it is perfect. The flower is perfect. Everything else looks great. The colors are so great. And look at the personality of these birds. I think he's gonna give her a little peck on the cheek. Look at her little coy head leaning over. It's just so great. All right, if you love these little birds, these little love birds, you'll find them down below as item number 9. Let's call them the Napco parakeets. And they start at just $1. Item number 10 is this pretty little wooden music box. It is a pull string music box, and we repaired her by giving her this little detail around her bottom. She had a crack that you can still see if you pull up her apron right there. It went down the length of her body. So we were able to cover it up with this beautiful burlap piece here and this lace. And my mom centered the lace perfectly so that the part that pulls, the duck, comes out nicely, right in that little area. Now the duck will withdraw back into her. That's how the music box works. And she's got a little bowl of food that mom filled so that the duck will come back to her to get fed. Now, I'm not sure where she's made. I should probably do a Google image search and I'll put up on screen where she's made. She also had a little stain. I think it was back here, and the burlap went over that pretty nicely too. She's so unique with her little duck. He's got a real simple, cute look. Again, she is item number 10. You will find her down below. Let's call her the Wooden Girl and Duck music box. And I think I'll start her at $1. Item number 11 is this beautiful old chalkware girl. Looks like she's playing a little instrument here. She's got these bits of gold detail. Her face is so beautiful. I love the way they did her eyes, and her hair, definitely 1950s. In fact, she is dated on the back, 1952. And there is some other information pressed in here that I cannot read. So I will put on screen what it says, but you can see here that she does say 1952. Now, she doesn't have any information on her bottom because it's back here, but you can tell the age of her by her bottom. And she had some damage to the inside of her hat. So what I was able to do is just paint over the entire inside of her hat. I'm not 100% on this green. We could do some other color that is a complete contrast, maybe red, that would match her lips. She's absolutely beautiful, this old girl from the 50s. You'll find her down below, item number 11. Let's call her the 1952 Big Hat Babe. Find her down below and make me an offer. Items number 12. These are one of my favorite of the project pile because when we did them, it was kind of a fly by the seat of our pants, cut the ears out and see how it goes. And it went pretty well. Because look. Yep, I added the felt ears and I was so happy with the way they looked. You can manipulate them a little bit. They have enough of a memory where you could flip them under or you can make them stand up. Whatever you choose. I like hers flipped under like that. And I kind of like him with one up and one down. They are a paper mache. I don't know who made them. They have no information on their bottoms. I do think that he needs a little tail, a little poof there. I don't know if I'll find something. I don't want to just add a cotton ball. I think a colorful poof would be good. Maybe you have something that'll finish him off. Oh gosh, they're so cute. Him and his ginormous carrot. Her and her little dried arrangement here. If you love these guys, you will find them down below. Items number 12. Let's call them the big-eared bunnies. And we're going to start them at $1. Item number 13. I was hoping maybe to find a key that will wind it because I don't know if it works still or if it doesn't. It might work. I don't know. But the displayability is like a 10 out of 10. It comes apart and I'm going to mail it in separate pieces because it'll make it easier to ship without fearing that it will break. But here's the top part, and it has this woman on a swing, on a little swing. And if it's wound, I believe that she will bounce like that. And then look what happens when she bounces. Do you see this little bluebird also moving? Yeah, so cool. This is what the inside looks like. It looks really clean in there. So it's possible that it might work. These pieces were all found separate. So I had found this piece and then somebody else had found this piece. Actually, this long piece was on the clock. It was just this piece that was missing. Maybe an hour later, I looked over and I saw this little piece and I thought, oh my gosh, that goes on the bottom of my clock. I was able to reconnect it and look at the details here. We got two little mushrooms, a little deer, a little tree, little trail. So the details up here, we got another little deer, we got another little mushroom, we have a tiny little bottle brush tree, and then the paint and the bird. It's so amazing. Now, I know it's German because I've found similar things before, but there is no information. It probably would have had some sort of paper sticker that either came off and was back here or was on the back of this wood, but I can tell you it is German and it is delightful. You will find it down below. This is item 13. We will call this the German clock. It's going to start at $1. Make me an offer. Item number 14. This girl was the belle of the ball. She was the piece that everybody picked to be the one thing that we were sure to repair because we had, you know, limited time in a video. So she was picked to be the one. and I think we did a bang up job with her. So she has a lot of damage, and she still does. If you look inside of the planter here, somebody repaired this entire piece. They did a good job. So you can see a little bit of crack here, a little bit of crack here, but if you look in the inside, look at how much they were able to glue that together. It looks pretty great. The other thing that was a big issue with the deer is the head was decapitated at some point, and so they also glued the head. The problem with the glue job on the head, look at how bad it is. I wish they would have done as nice a job with the neck as they did with this piece here, but it needed to be covered. So we created this wreath out of some older plastic florals and these little colorful berries, and that covers the neck completely. And then there was some issues here too. There was a big chunk out of her ear, so hence she has a flower in her ear. There still is a chunk out of this side, but it's not as noticeable. Even if you wanted to display it on this side, it goes more with the color in the paint of the ear, so it's just not as noticeable as the big chunk that was out of her ear over here. And we had a big chunk that was missing right here. So I found these really great mushrooms. Don't they look like they were meant to go on this piece? They're in the same colors as the paint here. And this original piece was made by Copley. You can usually tell that by the bottom, but this is a Copley planter. But look at the glaze on those mushrooms. They just look like they belong. So I used some green leaves and the mushrooms, and we covered that area. I also included this little vine kind of growing up with some more of those berries. And then just to give it something on this side to match, I added another couple of mushrooms here, right in that little crook. And I think I did a little color patch right in here. But overall, we were so happy with the way this turned out. She's absolutely beautiful. Somebody's gonna love her on a shelf. She needs a little dry arrangement in here. Maybe some ferns or something would look really cute. I'm excited for whoever gets her. She is item number 14. You'll find her down below as the Copley deer planter. And yep, she starts at $1. Item number 15 is the mystery tin. Isn't this a cute one? So this is Flower Fairies. It says the estate of CMB 1992. Elite Gift Boxes UK, but also a made in China sticker. If you haven't had a mystery box in the last 90 days, you are eligible to make me an offer on this one. Again, they start at $1, and I only charge £1 shipping because I'm the one that's determining the weight of these. I also like to include 2 to 3 times the value of whatever the highest offer was. So if your offer was $25, I like to fill the box with $50 to $75 worth of value. I've had really great feedback on these. I really enjoy doing them. If you like this little tin or just the idea of a mystery box, make me an offer on this. Again, it starts at $1. This sale is now open. Everything is available. You will find them all listed down below. Items number 1 through 15. So now you can make me an offer. Don't forget that 25% of the sales of this sale are going to go to One of a Kind Pets right here in Akron and will help save some lives. All right, everybody. Good luck. Don't forget to keep an eye on your stuff. This sale begins to shut down at 10 p.m. this coming Saturday, April 12th, 10 p.m. So keep an eye on your stuff. Don't let anybody steal it. Or just make me the kind of offer that will dissuade anyone from going up against you. All right, everybody. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Until then, please take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.